Fire is not your friend. I blink, confused, as my words cut through dead air. My voice is raw, my throat shredded. I squint at the scuffed paint on the walls, coarse industrial carpet, and pockmarked ceiling tiles. Everything's blurry. Everything's gray. There's ash clumped in what's left of my braid and smeared in a sooty paste down my shirt. I'm as gray as the rest of it. I don't even know why I'm talking, why I'd bother. I open my mouth and a crack splits my chapped lips, stinging, slick with fresh blood. I lick it away, though my tongue feels thick as a log and just as rough. Fire can tear up the side of a mountain faster than a grizzly. It can uproot a stand of trees and send them flying through the air like 100-foot javelins. It can swallow a town whole. It may be the most beautiful thing you've ever seen, but fire is not your friend. My throat seizes, and I clamp my mouth shut. I try to swallow, but that only makes me cough, hunched over and hacking into my filthy yellow sleeve. When I pull back, the fabric is flecked with gray, smoke and char still finding its way out of my lungs, along with shiny pearls of watery blood. I try to swallow again, but it burns. I could be at the bottom of a river and still my throat would be scorched, screaming for water. I blink a couple of times. My eyes aren't working right either. Spots fizz and flare like campfire sparks. Everything's hazy. But I can feel the steel tabletop under my hands, so cold it burns the singed skin on my palms. The blunt edge of an aluminum chair digs into my hamstrings. I shift my feet. The ground is still there, solid beneath my boots. I blink again, but it's no good. The shadowy figure opposite me keeps splitting in two, then drifting back together like smoke trails that can't decide which updraft to follow. When the shadow starts talking, I blink some more, like that'll help sort the words into any kind of sense. I said I'll ask the questions. Right. Officer Molt. The shadow recedes and his dusty green uniform wavers into focus. Then his face. So pale I can tell at one glance he's never seen so much as one day on the fire line. And that mustache, trimmed in a frown, with a gap of pink skin like an earthworm stuck to his top lip. If Jason were here to see this, the mustache alone would keep us entertained through a whole week of prescribed burns. It slaps me like a bucket of ice water. Why I'm really here, in this sterile box, answering to Officer Mustache. The whisper-thin flame that's keeping me upright gutters and goes out, and I shake with cold or shock or both, rattling the folding chair beneath me. I drag a hand across the backs of my eyelids, then stare at the gnarled thing until I can make out the arc and bend of my own fingers. Earlier, I'd scrubbed until the skin bled, but they're still black under my cuticles and soot in the creases of my knuckles. Officer Molt presses a button on the recording device, and a red light flicks on. His eyebrows climb up his forehead, as if to say, "You know what this means, don't you?" I do. State your name for the record. Blair Elizabeth Scott. Age? 19. What follows is a full account of the events leading up to the 4th of August. I grunt, or maybe it's a growl. Where should I start? All I get in response are those eyebrows again. He's not here to help me. No one is. Not anymore. I'm too tired to argue. It's been at least 36 hours since I last slept. The beginning, right? But where did it all start? With Jason, of course. And Aunt Kate, too, I suppose. And all those doctors back home in Gun Barrel. And the shot crew. And the big Tahoe fire. Trying to comb through where it all began is like untangling sooty knots at the base of my skull, stirred up by sweat, dirt, smoke, and the constant pressure of my hard hat. I don't know where to start. And I don't know what to wish. That Jason never came to live in our neighborhood? That I didn't ride past his house the day their moving truck pulled in? Or that I never saw a line of smokejumpers drop out of the sky.